been a while, hasn't it? About 3-4 weeks since my last devlog. And the format's changed a little for today, and I'll explain that in a minute, but before I do, cheers. My name's Ben. I'm building a game called Broken in Unity, my first game in Unity, and this is my devlog. So why am I shooting on my phone and not the PC? My second monitor has gone kaput, so that makes things very awkward for recording, for developing, for doing all kinds of stuff actually. So that's why I'm shooting on my phone today, because I can't be bothered to fiddle around with my PC getting it all recorded on there. So this is going to be a really interesting video, because I'm going to have to aim my phone at the screen to show you the changes. But I want to get back into the swing of doing the videos, and I didn't want the screen to be an excuse for not doing it, so that's why I'm doing it this way. So since we last spoke, I think I'd done a couple of play tests, I'd got some feedback, I was pushing for the prototype. I'm always pushing for the prototype, and then just before holiday I figured I'd just do some exploratory development and just build the environments again from scratch and see how far I can push the aesthetics whilst keeping a good FPS. And that's kind of where I am now. I'm still on that path. I've got some stuff I can't wait to show you guys, and that's what I'm doing now. So let me just flip this camera around and try and aim it at the screen. Apologies. Nonsense. This is probably not going to work then if I'm going to have to hold it in my hand. Right, let's launch the game and see what it looks like. Boom. Let's come out a little bit. So completely overhauled this area. This is the landing zone. It was really enclosed with trees, and I've opened it up. I think I spoke about this last time because I'd done it last time I spoke. But I can't remember if the video uploaded or not because I had problems, all kinds of problems with videoing. Anyway, I've opened it up, expanded the environments essentially, and that's what I'm trying to do now. Is actually remove a lot of the trees, and yeah, just make it feel more open. Hang on a minute, I just want to get rid of that stat screen. Not because I don't want to show you, but it just gets in the way. So at the moment I'm running around 30 frames per second, which is fine. I'll check later, see if I can do any more to get it up. One of the big things I did to get a performance boost was actually, in Unity, when you're using HDRP in Unity, to paint the grass and the trees, everything's a tree essentially. And trees have a lot of detail on them, and they cast awesome shadows, which you can see like that. What I didn't think about when I was painting my grass and trying to go for an effect like this, where I just want grass everywhere, is actually the grass was casting shadows, and you can imagine there's like loads of calculations to do every time the grass waves and the shadow needs redrawing. And that was hammering my FPS, and it took me ages to figure this out. I found it out by mistake actually. I was just playing around with options on one of the assets I'd brought and decided to turn off shadows. Couldn't really tell the difference. I mean, you can if you got a side-by-side screenshot, but you're not really looking like that, are you, when you're playing a game? And it just, yeah, it gave me a nice boost. But also this grass effect, I'm so happy with it. This is what I wanted. A more natural look and feel. I've gone away from the sort of clunky paper-like assets and tried to go for more realistic looking ones. Obviously they're still paper, but they are actual meshes, which is also brings me on to the next feature that I've added today, which you probably can't see, but you actually squash the grass now as you walk over it, which I thought was quite a nice touch. Happens in real life, doesn't it? So why not in a game? What I'll try to do is run over here. You can sort of see it's being squashed down, and you can see the path that you've left. Bad person destroying nature like that. Also played with my HDRP settings and the lights, the shadows. I had another go with. They're now not as sharp, but actually I noticed this in Wales when I was walking around. Shadows aren't really sharp unless the sun's really bright and really low. So actually having it slightly blurry just gives it a more natural feel. I've been adding loads more detail to the environments. All manner of like rocks and stones and bits of wood. I've been painting the terrain differently, adding, you can see there's splashes of mud. I've been raising and lowering the ground just to give it more definition. Again, just to try and make it A, look more physically appealing, and B, make it look more visually appealing, and B, just make it look more natural. You see, like that all used to be quite smooth. Now there's dents and ruggedness. Also got a little pond in, which I really like. There's a little bench there that you can sit on. Well, I mean, you can't, because it's only a game, but if it was real, you could. So this landing zone has become my stress test zone. Actually, that's what I've been doing. I tried the grass in a couple of ways. I actually had it all, each object pasted in it a number of times, and then sort of created one bigger object that I could then copy and paste and move my grass around the environment. But it looked very artificial. Everything was very neat and tidy with the grass, and I couldn't paint it as quickly as I'd like. And with the tree brush, it sticks to the ground nicely and enables you to move quite quickly. Water, that's all been tweaked a bit. There's also, I don't know if it's coming out on the camera or not, but you got muddy water now, and you got reflections coming off that, which I think looks pretty slick. We come down here. Oh, the boat glitching's intentional, by the way. If you think so. The water looks. Has he jumped out? That little fishy jumped out. He shouldn't have done that. And you can see butterflies flying around. There's too many butterflies, but sort that out another time. But yeah, we've got fishies in the water. The ocean's a bit more blue, calmer. The foam around the edges has been toned down. The transparency is now better, so that you can actually see through the water. The fish have their the thing that makes them colour properly. They were glowing green before, which was a bit annoying. So yeah, very, very happy about this. It's turning out now. I hope you agree. It's starting to look really, really nice and natural. I've broken some of the game logic. I'm going to have to go back and sort that out. It's not a big deal. I mean, the save load states are screwed. It forgets which scene you was in last time. So I need to fix all that. But right now, I'm just enjoying painting the environment and playing around the environment. I've got a load of reference shots I got from Wales that I've been using to help me with this. God, the colours are coming out awful. But yeah, just looking at all the sort of plants that you get in one very small area. Just looking at how busy it is and trying to replicate that in the game, but with, also sort of trying to keep an eye on the FPS, because I don't want it going too slow. No one wants to play a jolty game, do they? Beautiful cloud, nice 4K, I think that is 4K image. Obviously the butterflies floating around, and I think at a glance, if I do this, it's starting to look very realistic. It could almost be a photograph. Can't wait to get the sound effects in as well, and like just have that whoosh sound of the wind blowing the grass, the sea and all that, slapping against the sand. It's going to be awesome. And then it's going to completely contrast against the nighttime and the motherships. You've got all this natural beauty, and then at nighttime it's all going to go very dark and very twisted, and get into the mothership, and it's going to be a completely different world, essentially. It's very hard to play this game one-handed. Oh, one thing I did do actually is I tried it in VR again, just for shits and giggles, and the frame rate was about 15, which is jerky. It wasn't great, but it was cool, just to sort of see the game in VR and sort of see it at scale. And I can't wait to get back onto VR. Actually, I think that's going to be great fun. A lot of the environment I've wiped out, ready to repaint, remodel, re-landscape, whatever you want to call it. That's why this is all looking very empty. The other thing I noticed as well, actually, I had shitloads of trees and they cast obviously a lot of shadows, and they were creating areas that just looked grey, like really sort of mechanical grey. It's kind of odd. So removing a lot of the trees and just having one cast a giant shadow is actually, I think works better. Works in my favour. This area down here that I'm trying to get to, but I have to turn a corner, so I have to use my mouse. This is the super stress test, right? So I have got so much going on where this monolith is with with the game objects, with the meshes. It drops to about 22 frames per second at this point, which, considering what's going on, I've really, you can see how much is moving there. And not only that, again, it's crushable, so as you walk over it, it's all getting squashed. Squashed. Yeah, considering just how much is going on in this scene, I think 22 frames is pretty good. That being said, I can't ship it with that. I need to do a lot of work to get that down. But again, this is just another stress test area for me to experiment and see what I can get away with in terms of the visuals. Look at that though, look at that. It's a photo opportunity right there. Oh yeah. Yeah, and I think that's actually it for now. My goal is really to just chill out for a few weeks and play with the environment. I've done, I don't know, I'm getting a little bit tired and bored of bugs at the moment with my logic, and I just want to have some fun. And I keep forgetting, like, I'm making this game for me. I'm under no pressure. No one's asking for it, so I'm in no rush. Like, yeah, so I just take my time, and I'll just keep Dan in the loop. He keeps playtesting it, and we'll go from there. Anyway, until next time, hopefully I'll have our new monitor sorted or something, because I didn't realise just how much I used it. But yeah, that's looking good. Alright, cheers guys, till next time, bye bye.